What's up, everyone? We have a back workout going down for you today, being a little under 10 weeks out, so like 9.5 weeks out. We're doing something a little bit different today. We overall switched gyms from crunch to EOS only for the specific day of training back because the equipment here at EOS is much better to target my back for what I am looking for than what crunch offers. So I'm going to take you guys through some of those exercises that I'm doing. It's a little bit different. And this is going to kick off the workout, so we're going to start with just basic pull downs here to get our lats firing. So something that when doing these pull downs is simply not just bringing your arms from here to here. It's literally as you get to the bottom, you want to kind of roll back slightly, and you should feel a contraction to your lower lats, especially in this motion here when you come down. You should feel that lower lat squeezing. So it's simply not just moving your arm from here to here, just kind of going like this. There is a purpose behind it to get those lower lats engaged. And then of course on the stretch coming up, you want to get a full stretch to your lats. Super good to get your back nice and firing for a good back workout. We usually do 3 sets to get nice and warmed up. One of the best exercises for your upper back is this T-bar Arsenal row. And unfortunately, not a lot of gyms have this machine, but if your gym has a machine, I would say get very, very comfortable with it. Some people don't like it because of how heavy it is. Even just the 25s on here is pretty heavy just because of the machine itself and how it is angled and designed. But overall, this works your upper back exponentially well. You can move the handles in and out to go a little bit closer, to go a little bit wider. You can also rotate the handles depending on what area of the back that you want to work. Overall, very versatile machine. And this is one of the main machines why I want to start coming to EOS for back days, is to get back in the groove of doing this. So we're going to do 1 field set and then jump into 3 hard working sets. Just the way the motion is, again with the handles and how you pull, literally just engages your muscles so well without much thought behind it. It's not like where you do a dumbbell row, we have a lot of free motion. It keeps you in a pretty similar plane. And just that alone, with the stability that this has, you just focus on the muscle being contracted. So it's just extremely good. That's what I like doing it. This will be my first working set. And then we'll go up to 45s. So, if you have this machine, give it a try. Whether you're a woman or a male, do this. Very, very good. Also, one thing that a lot of women and men have problems with when it comes to gripping the weight, they always ask me, like, what can I do to grip the weight because my wrist or my forearm is hurting? Simple, just get these wrist straps. Go on Amazon, they're chic wrist straps. They attach to your wrist. You literally just take it by the handle, wrap it around like this, and just start continuously rotating it around the handle like this. Now you're locked in. You can basically grab this with barely any pressure holding on to the actual handle. It takes the pressure and the strain off your hands and disperses it with your wrist and your hands. It gives you really good leverage to grip the weight, so you can focus on just the movement rather than actually holding the weight. So if you have issues with that, which majority of people do, pick these up. Highly recommend it. First step. One of the most underrated things that people skip or lack of is doing an intra-workout drink. So I typically do every single time 10 grams of EAAs and 10 grams of glutamine every single workout. And this one I do have carbs in there, so it's 1 scoop of carbs, which is 25 grams of carbs. But most people need to do EAAs or BCAAs and glutamine in their intra-workout drink. Overall, help out with recovery. You start the recovery process and aid in muscle recovery as you are working out, just to get a little extra boost, to get a head start in the recovery process. So if you're serious about building muscle and you want to build more shape and you want to just fine tune exactly what you're doing, make sure you're doing an intra-workout drink no matter what. That's the number one tip you should take away from this whole entire workout, is that. But of course, you gotta make sure you're putting the work in the right direction in the gym. Because you're doing shit backwards or half-assed or not doing the right tempo, form. You're not stretching the muscle to its fullest capabilities, contracting, you're not feeling the muscle working. If you're not doing all those things, it doesn't really matter what you're drinking in the intra-workout drink. But so make sure you're working in the right direction first, and then make sure you have something intra-workout to start the recovery process, number one. Especially if you are in a calorie deficit and you're trying to lose body fat. If you're not taking all the extra steps and parameters to help you recover and maintain the amount of muscle that you have, it is possible that you could start losing muscle and you're losing fat, which when that happens, you know what the term is, called skinny fat. You don't want to become skinny fat. Muscle is going to create the shape for your body. You want to keep that intact as much as possible. And you just want to get rid of the fluff, get rid of the body fat, get rid of the stuff that we don't want. So recovery and retention of the muscle mass is very important. We should make that into a reel. Yeah. Yeah. That's heavier than expected. Anytime you go back to a gym that you haven't visited in a while and you bring a camera guy, it's like people literally like haven't seen it before. I don't know what a camera is or don't know like what we're doing, or they're just curious and everyone just fucking just keeps looking. It's like whatever, I don't really fucking care, but it's just weird seeing that dynamic. This is the first time we've been here since a long time ago, fucking a year, maybe 8 months, not 9 months, filming anyways. It's just kind of strange, but whatever. The feeling of being in single week, single number digits from the show prep, from the show, is surreal. Because I feel like I've been dieting since 18 weeks out, so it's literally halfway through the prep already. And it's like, I didn't feel like it. Because my off season to contest prep is literally no different than just reducing food a little bit and doing cardio now. It's just weird being 9.5 weeks out. Strange. Just need more veins to come through. That'll be good to go. All right, so take note of how I do this set in terms of the tempo, the intensity, and going to our RIR, reps in reserve, of 0. So the last set of this exercise, basically gonna go all out. And this is what it looks like in case you don't know exactly what that means or what 0 RIR means. Let me try to demonstrate some for you. So on rep, like, I think it was 10 or 11, the second to last one, basically pulling as much as I could, and I couldn't do a full rep, so I let it go again. And then I tried to do it again to get a partial rep. That's essentially RR of 0. It's easy to go to a 0 reps in reserve on this because you have a low risk of injury. Everything's stable, your chest is planted, this machine is on one plane. You have a very low risk of injury, so going to failure on this, especially on the last set, makes sense. The more you can push that threshold, the more muscle, more likelihood the muscle is going to be built. So it makes sense to push yourself with intention on doing something like this. All right, move it on. This is another machine that the reason I'm coming here is because of this machine. It's a very good horizontal row, and I can keep my elbows nice and high to hit that upper portion of my back, mainly my traps upper back area, versus staying here and hitting more of my lats. There's a similar machine to crunch that's like this, but it's not hammer strength. And the level of smoothness of this machine with how it's distributing the weight, it's just perfect. You just feel it so good. And I'm really big on feeling the muscle work with certain machines. So if I do a machine and I don't like the feeling of it, I won't use it. So I connect very well to this one, the Arsenal row, and the low hammer row that you just saw. Both really, really good machines, love them. So the rest of this prep, and probably from here on out, just in general, I'll be doing back days here. Rest times, in case any of you are wondering, about 3 minutes, sometimes a little over 3 minutes. Maximum recovery, maximum strength output, more ability to hold and retain muscle mass, build muscle, and that's the whole key of working out, especially during prep. I'm not at a point where my workouts need to be sped up or rest time needs to be reduced in order to burn more body fat because I'm behind or anything like that. So there's no need for that right now. There is certain applications, especially what I program for clients, is if we have to elicit more of a fat loss to kind of catch up during a certain phase of the programming, we will have reduced rest times in order to help make up ground for burning more calories in combination with, of course, the diet and cardio. So for right now, for me, more rest time. All right, so we are 4 deep into our exercises right now. Sure, I'm press downs don't really count to warm up. T-bar, low hammer row, high hammer row. Now we're moving into lat pull downs. So the 4th main exercise, feeling pretty fatigued, rightfully so. So weight is going to be a little bit down in terms of the reps that, or the weight that we are using. mad focus on just overall form and tempo here for the first 2 sets. The third set, we're gonna do what I like to call get after it. Just pretty much be ruthless with the reps, just go fast-paced reps, being explosive with it. Then we're gonna go to a finisher with working our lower back. Somebody behind me just dropped the barbell on their chest. That's cool. He's okay, I guess. Dude just had to dump the weights off of him. Yeah, make sure if you guys are spotting, doing chest, make sure you guys have a spotter. If you're doing a chest or barbell, make sure you have a spotter. Crazy. Anyways, yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Let's get after it. So this is my last set here. We're gonna go old school bodybuilding style with this. Basically just get as many reps as I can, loose form, not doing anything crazy, not worried about the tempo, just literally straight getting after it. I like doing sets like this from time to time versus the slow, methodical, controlled. And I only like doing it with exercises that where you're not extremely injury prone, so that you have some, pretty good bit of control over it. And I'm just very aware of my body, so I know I'm not going to get injured after doing this. So here we go. So as you can see, you're able to get a lot more reps out of it just because the form is more loose and you create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of swinging back and forth. Not going crazy, but still obviously not textbook form. Actually really good. I really like doing sets like that. Feel a lot of stimulation with it. Get a lot of explosiveness out of it. Working a little bit different muscle fibers. So it's fun. It's good. All right, moving on to the last exercise. Since contest season is underway, and a lot of you guys are going to be prepping or are currently prepping, and the questions that get asked often are people that people have in their mind, what you should be feeling like when you're X number of weeks out. Well, since I'm 9 weeks out, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about that and what you should be feeling like being 9 weeks out. So you should be getting over that in quote skinny fat soft stage. You should start turning the corner, going from skinny fat or softer to a more harder, leaner look from 9 weeks out to about 6, 7 weeks out. And that feeling should start to go away at this point here. So you should start seeing some veins coming out, you know, mainly within your arms, your shoulders, depends on, you know, where you carry the most amount of fat, but that's in the typical places. You should be pretty locked in, you should be motivated, energy should still be high. Your food should still be at a decent level as well. You shouldn't be dragging your feet. Your legs shouldn't feel extremely heavy. You shouldn't be super fatigued. Sleep should still be there. You know, you shouldn't have any issues with sleep. You shouldn't be wanting any type of, you know, I need a cheat meal, or I need something sweet at night, or, you know, I need to get my fix. That still shouldn't be an issue at this point. So you should still be pretty level-headed. You should be cruising along pretty good. You typically shouldn't have those feelings until you're like at the 5-6 week out mark. And that's because that's when it gets a little bit harder, when body fat is getting an appropriate level for you to be fully ready on stage. So just know that that feeling at 9 weeks out should be around that mark. Now, of course, everyone's on a different path and trajectory, but in a general sense, that's typically what you should be feeling like, again, at that 9 week out mark. All right, that wraps up this workout. All the exercises complete, all work is complete. Now we're gonna go dive into 50 minutes of cardio on the stairs. We're still at level 4, we're doing this 5 days per week, but that's gonna wrap up this workout. So, takeaway from anything within this video, if you are currently prepping for a show, or you're trying to get ready for the beach, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to live your best life, and you're trying to fall into that fitness lifestyle, set your goal, put it in front of your mind, see it every single day, and keep working until you hit that goal, no matter what. If you have certain things come up, social events, gatherings, birthdays, festivities, holidays, whatever, those are little roadblocks, those are little hiccups that are trying to deter you from your overall goal. Navigate around them, get back on your path, and keep going towards it. No matter what, working towards your goals is amazing. Once you accomplish it, once you get there, you're gonna be absolutely pleased. You're gonna look back on all those tough times that you've endured and got over and realize, you know what, you're stronger than what you think you are. And that reward at the end of the road is absolutely amazing. So do everything that you can to reach your goals. And I'll see you guys next time with the next update, with another update. Talk soon.